What kind of memory is both static and non-volatile? A. RAM. B. What is the other name for the physical components of the system? A. Hardware. Microprocessors as switching devices are for which generation computers? A. First generation. B. Second generation. C. Third generation. D. Fourth generation. What type of devices can be used to directly image printed text? A. OCR. B. OMR. Junk email is also called A. Spam. B. Spoof. C. Second generation computers were developed during A. 1940. IBM stands for A. Internal Business Management. B. International Business Management. C. International Business Machines. D. A CPU contains A. A card reader and a printing device. B. A control unit and an arithmetic. What is the term used when a search engine returns a web page that matches the search criteria? A. IC chips used in computers are usually made of A. Lead. B. Silicon. C. Chromium. D. Gold. ASCII stands for A. American Stable Code for International Interchange. B. American Standard. Unwanted repetitious messages, such as unsolicited bulk email, is known as A. The main memory of computer is also called as A. Hard disk. An error in software or hardware is called a bug. What is the alternative computer jargon for it? What translates and executes program at runtime line by line? A. Compiler. B. Interpreter. C. Linker. D. Loader. MICR stands for A. Magnetic Ink Character Recognition. B. Magnetic Ink Code Reader. C. Data mining technique derives rules from real-world case examples of what? A. Rule. CAD stands for A. Computer-aided design. B. What is a combination of hardware and software that facilitates the sharing of information between computing devices? A. Network. B. Peripheral. C. Expansion board. D. The difference between people with access to computers and the internet and those without this access is known as. The devices that used to give single or multiple colored images and drawings are A. Monitors. Human beings are referred to as Homo sapiens, which device is called silico sapien. A. Monitor. B. Hardware. C. Robot. D. WAN stands for A. WAP Area Network. B. Wide Area Network. C. Wide Array Net. D. Wireless Area Network. Who designed the first electronic computer ENIAC? A. Van Neumann. B. Joseph. The CPU and memory are located on the A. Expansion board. Before use of DBMS, information was stored using what? A. Cloud storage. B. Data system. C. File management system. When a file is saved for the first time, A. A copy is automatically printed. Which was the computer conceived by Babbage? A. Donald Knuth. B. Arithmetic machine. C. Analytical engine. D. All of the above. The physical arrangement of elements on a page is referred to as a document. A. Features. B. Format. C. Pagination. The main directory of a disk is called which directory? A. Root. B. What is the name of an application program that gathers user information and sends it to someone through the internet? A. A virus. B. The shortcut key to print documents is A. Control+A. A small or intelligent device is so called because it contains within it A. Computer. Online real-time systems become popular in _generation. A. First gen. What are used to identify a user who returns to a website? A. Cookies. B. Plugins. What is an additional set of commands that the computer displays at? A. Underscore is an electronic device that processes data, converting it into information. A. Computer. B. Processor. C. Case. D. Stylus. A fault in a computer program which prevents it from working correctly is known. First page of website is termed as A. Homepage. B. Index. C. JavaScript. D. Bookmark. A computer program that translates one program instructions at a time into machine language is called A. Interpreter. B. CPU. C. Compiler. D. Sim. What does DMA stand for? A. Distinct memory access. B. MS Word is an example of A. An operating system. B. A processing device. C. Application software. D. The term bit is short for A. Megabyte. B. The device used to carry digital data on analog lines is called as A. Which error detection method uses one's complement arithmetic? A. When multiple computers are capable of processing, then it is A. Multiprogramming. B. Multitasking. C. The first electronic computer was developed by A. John Mauchly J. Presper Eckert. B. A device that connects to a network without the use of cables is said to be A. Distributed. B. Wireless. C. Centralized. D. Which is the only language that the computer understands? A. Assembly language. B. Binary language. BIOS stands for A. Basic Input-Output System. B. Binary Input-Output System. C. Basic Input-Off System. D. A state is a bistable electronic circuit that has A. Multivibrator. B. NOS stands for A. Node Operating System. B. Non-open software. C. Network operating system. What is the science that attempts to produce machines that display the same type of intelligence that humans do? A. Nanoscience. What does the computer stands for? A. Commonly operated machines. A desktop computer is also known as A. Laptop. B. Mainframe. C. Palmtop. D. Who is the father of C programming language? A. Dennis Ritchie. B. Professor John Keenan. What is the name of the display feature that highlights or of the screen which requires? Name the first general-purpose electronic computer. A. ADVAC. B. ADSAC. C. UNIVAC. D. ENIAC. The instructions that tell a computer how to carry out the processing tasks are referred to as computer A. Programs. B. Processors. C. Input. Who is the father of computer? A. Edward Robert. B. Where does most data go first within a computer memory hierarchy? Computer monitor is also known as A. Software for organizing storage and retrieval of information is A. Operating system. B. Database. C. Data. The output quality of a printer is measured by A. Dot per. What is the key we use to run the selected command? A. Shift. BCD stands for A. Binary coded decimal. B. Which stores more data than a DVD? A. CD-ROM. B. Floppy. C. A computer cannot boot if it does not have the A. Compiler. B. Loader. C. Operating system. D. Assembler. When was C language developed? A. 1970s. B. 1 gigabyte is approximately equal is A. Chief component of first-generation computer was A. Transistors. B. A popular way to learn about computers without ever going. Personnel who design, program, operate and maintain computer equipment refers to A. Console operator. An area of a computer that temporarily holds data waiting to be processed is A. CPU. B. Memory. C. What is a collection of data that is stored electronically as a series of records in a table? A. Spreadsheet. B. Presentation. Which unit is responsible for converting the data received from the user into computer understandable format? A. Memory unit. B. Arithmetic and logic unit. A normal CD-ROM usually can store up to how much data? A. Codes consisting of lines of varying widths or lengths that are computer readable are known as A. An ASCII. The printed output from a computer is called A. Sheet. B. Soft copy. C. Hard. In MS Excel, if we want to select an entire column, which is used? A. Shift plus Control. What is computer software designed to operate the computer hardware and to provide platform for running application software? A. Application software. B. System software. Name the application used for creating presentations underscore A. MS Access. RAM can be treated as the what for the computer's processor? A. Factory. B. Operating room. C. Waiting. What device is required for the internet connection? A. Joystick. B. Modem. C. CD. Which is a point and draw device? A. Mouse. B. Scanner. C. Printer. How do you move a copy of file from one computer to another over a communication channel is called? Storage capacity of magnetic disk depends on A. Tracks per inch of surface. B. Bits per inch of tracks. C. PARAM is an example of A. Supercomputer. B. Fortran is A. File translation. B. Format translation. C. Form. The task of performing operations like arithmetic and logical operations is called A. Processing. B. Storage. C. Editing. D. Sorting. Who is the father of computer science? A. Charles Babbage. B. Alan Turing. Shell is the exclusive feature of A. Application software. B. DOS stands for A. Disk operating system. B. Disk operating. Which memory is lost its contents when power is off? A. Dynamic. B. Static. C. Which part is responsible for interacting with users? A. User interface. B. Language translator. The two kinds of main memory are A. CDs and DVDs. The system unit of a personal computer typically contains all except A. Microprocessor. B. Disk. What is the intersection of a column and a row on a worksheet called? A. Column. B. What could the first generation computer do? A. Networking. B. Batch processing. C. MIDI tabulation. D. What is the term that designates equipment that might be added to a computer system to enhance its functionality? A. Digital. In world today, most of the computers are A. Digital. B. Hybrid. C. Analog. What type of computers are client computers most of the time in a client-server system? A. Mainframe. B. Minicomputer. C. Microcomputer. ALU stands for A. Arithmetic long unit. B. All longer unit. C. The brain of any computer system is A. ALU. B. SMPS stands for A. Switched mode power supply. B. Start mode. What characteristic of read-only memory ROM makes it useful? A. ROM information. What defines the ability to recover and read deleted or damaged files from a criminal's computer? The total set of interlinked hypertext documents worldwide is A. HTTP. Servers are computers that provide resources to other computers connected to A. Network. B. Mainframe. C. A computer program that converts an entire program into machine language is called an interpreter. B. Simulator. C. Coded entries which are used to gain access to a computer system are called as A. Entry codes. Computers process data into information by working exclusively with A. Multimedia. B. Word. C. Number. What is the functional key to display save as box? A. F5. B. F6. VGA stands for A. Video graphics array. Which computer is medium-sized computer? A. Microcomputer. B. 8 bits make up A. Byte. B. Megabyte. 1 kilobyte is equal to A. 1000 bytes. The computer size was very large in which generation? A. First generation. What language computer is derived from? A. Latin. B. German. C. French. D. Arabic. The smallest unit of data in computer is A. Byte. B. IBM 1401 is of which generation? A. First. CPU is an abbreviation for A. Central Processing Unit. B. Computer Processing Unit. C. Where are data and programs stored when the processor uses them? A. Main memory. B. Secondary memory. C. What type of resource is most likely to be a shared common resource in a computer network? A. Printers. B. Speakers. C. Personal computers use a number of chips mounted on a main circuit board. What is the common name for such board? Reusable optical storage will typically have the acronym A. CD. B. DVD.